Sorry, 1 second. Okay, I'm ready.
Your time starts now.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mackenzie Williams, and I have been working with Chloe, Iana, Lakita, and Kunjal for the past 6 weeks. Together, we are the dooDLers, and we decided to tackle climate change for our project. Our product is called Smart Saver, and it uses smart technology to minimize energy wastes and adds transparency to help people make smart decisions. First, meet Tracy. Tracy's a dedicated and hardworking student like many of us here. But she's been working at home for the past few months and she's getting quite tired of it. So one day she gets the idea to go to the library and work there. What's great about the library is that it uses a smart system, which maximizes energy efficiency. This makes Tracy excited because she cares about the environment. But when she gets there, she doesn't know where to sit. She wouldn't want to sit where someone had just left, and she doesn't know which tables had just been sanitized. She's sad and decides to go home and work from there because she just doesn't want to get sick. Let's hit the rewind button for a second. Tracy wishes that there was some product that would instantly tell her which tables are the best to sit at. That would make her incredibly happy. By show of hands, how many of you are concerned about climate change? How about COVID-19? Like Tracy, many of us are concerned about climate change and COVID-19. Many are trying to minimize their footprints and still want to leave their homes. As of now, there isn't much transparency in public places. If you want to work in a library like Tracy, you have to be concerned about which places are safe to sit, for example. Our project aims to address the largest 2 global issues that humanity faces right now. Our primary focus is climate change, a massive and complex thing. Many people want to do something for the environment, but they simply can't or won't put those ideas into practice. We need a way to implement sustainability without having to think about it on a daily basis. Our team surveyed 84 people. We asked them whether they turn off lights when leaving a room. Whether they turn off lights after leaving a room, and 94% of people do. But we also discovered that 57% keep their water on when brushing their teeth. This habit might be convenient, but it's inefficient and costly. We also aim to address the COVID-19 pandemic, an issue that is on a lot of people's minds right now. Do I need to wear a mask? Is it safe to sit here? Are there viruses on the store handle? So what's the solution to this problem?
I know. Smart Saver is a product that uses improved smart technology for energy saving in buildings. It minimizes energy waste, which helps save money and the climate, and helps people know where they can sit in public. As Mackenzie said, COVID-19 is on the top of people's minds. According to a survey, 54% of people are anxious of being at public places, and 48% of people would want to know whether a desk has been recently used. Smart Saver is a system for buildings determining whether it should turn off lighting or HVAC based on room or table occupancy. While our main aim is to save energy, we can also use Smart Saver to keep track of how long people were sitting there, helping to determine which seats are safe during the COVID-19 pandemic. Our product can be implemented in all sorts of public areas. People who manage these spaces and the people who use them will profit greatly from our technology, as shown by Tracy. Everyone can be a beneficiary of Smart Saver. We aim to build something that's non-intrusive, so we use sensors that take non-visual data. Our small silicon chips are incredibly easy to install in a room. We pre-processed data from the UCI machine learning repository. We gave the normalized data to a fully connected neural network and performed correlation analysis. And this information was then used to predict the length of occupancy for a certain room or table. We tested the model on 9,752 samples and managed to improve its accuracy by 6.5%, bringing it to 98.91%. Additionally, our sensors use 9 volts on average, and we have kept our model very tiny with only 3 layers so that it can perform well on edge devices like microcontrollers. This means that in an average household, the sensors and model consume only 300 watts per day. For comparison, the daily consumption of that kind of household is approximately 12 kilowatts. I've talked a lot about the product. Now let's see it in action.
Absolutely, Chloe. So I'll be showcasing demonstrations of our Smart Saver product and its application in the real world. Although we couldn't put our system into a real situation, we have demonstrations of how one of the sensors would work. Our product application has two important aspects: energy optimization and minimizing COVID-19 exposure. Our system creates a smart building design that is climate friendly and incorporates COVID-19 safety using detectors. Our product, the Smart Saver, detects CO2, temperature, humidity, motion, light, and occupancy of a building. It automatically uses this information to save energy in each room. For instance, look at this gym. For instance, when the sensors detected no occupancy, the lights and fan in this room were automatically switched off. So let's see it in action. Working from home has been the new ideal, but when life starts to return to normal, it's hard to transition. So how safe and comfortable is it to go back to school? Here I am, going back to school after studying remotely in a home for over a year. I cautiously entered the classroom to see so many tables, and I was confused of where to sit. I saw a table in the corner where I thought was most safe, approached it, and I saw the green light of Smart Saver. Happily, I took my seat and started my classwork. Now, that was a not so bad first day of school, where being exposed to COVID was the least of my worries. At other large gatherings, many are also concerned about their safety. When in confusion of where to be with least exposure, Smart Saver can save you. So again, this is me attending a party. Avoiding the mass gathering, I decided to drop my present off and find a sanitized and empty table. Perfect, there's the green light. Here's a short product demo of Smart Saver. When the sensor detects motion, a green light will indicate that the table has been sanitized and hasn't been utilized in a while. Red light means that the user might want to look for another table. The impact and future we look for is an environment-friendly smart city to help the worsening climate crisis, like this smart city. Out of 84 people, 62% indicated that they would be comfortable having a system within their household or public spaces to collect data through sensors. This shows that most people would be interested in using our product. Annually, 200 kilowatts are saved in a single household. This is almost 20% energy conservation. If one household can save so much, just impact the Smart Saver can make statewide, nationally, and globally.
Wow, that's a great start. But what are other people doing? While there are many companies that specialize in smart buildings and produce very effective smart technology, they each have drawbacks. For example, SBS lacks deep learning to make non-obvious predictions, and Xylem is unable to be incorporated into pre-existing buildings. And of course, what Smart Saver has that all others don't is its relevance to the current COVID-19 pandemic. While others are waiting for the restrictions to lessen, our idea is effective and useful right now. Finally, let's move away from the present and look into the future. Our primary goal for the future would be to expand our product to be implemented on a larger scale. On the more technical side, we could incorporate more sensors, meaning more types of data and more features. And by changing our model architecture, we could try to get a better accuracy to meet consumer expectations. We would also like to see Smart Saver implemented in the real world, starting with restaurants and office buildings. And hopefully one day we could see entire cities implementing our deep learning-based smart technology to create a better world. We would like to thank our judges, Kevin, Rezwan, Agni, Dr. Tanya Mishra, and the MIT FutureMakers community, including all the mentors and mentees. Thank you, and we would appreciate it if anyone had any questions. Once again, our team name is dooDLers, and we have worked on prompt number 2, climate change and environmental risk mitigation. Thank you.
Presentation. I really enjoyed all of the graphics and animations you had at the start. They're very cute. And I like the interactive raise your hand portion.